Our friend Michael Babcock over at TMZ to get the scoop on today's hottest stories. How's it going, Babcock?
Never cut it close. I didn't even get to say hi to you guys before.
I know. Hey, you are a busy man. We understand.
Not working. Hang on, I gotta lower my speakers. My computer's not working. I'm sorry. How's it going, guys?
It's great. It's live TV.
Yeah,
keep it real.
This is how it goes, right?
We roll with it, Michael.
I'm here now. How is everything? What's going on?
Oh, just living the dream every day, Michael.
I hear you.
I feel like,
as am I.
I like that shirt. You look like you're about to go golfing. Is that on the agenda for you today?
That would be nice, Maddie, right?
Right?
I'm not even a real golfer, but just to leave work. No. It's just a shirt. I'd love to go golf. Maybe they'll let me. Maybe someone hears this and they'll let me go, though.
Oh, that would be nice.
There you go.
I just got here.
We know celebrities never sleep, so there's obviously constant news coming out of TMZ. So the first thing I think we should talk about, Britney Spears,
Yeah.
what is she doing? Who is she with these days? I saw she was with her brother.
Which I guess is a little bit of news in its own right that, obviously she has a strained relationship with her family, with her sister, her mom, her dad. So good that she's hanging out with her brother in Las Vegas. Also hanging out with her ex-fiancé, Jason Treywick. She dated him from 2009 to 2013. They actually got engaged in 2011. Now, ultimately, they obviously break up 2 years later. They stayed cordial. So from, in the decade plus since, they have remained friends. And he lives in Las Vegas. So when Britney was about to take a trip to Vegas, she said, hey, let's get together. And that's exactly what happened. Now, we were told, and this was made very clear to us, that this is not anything romantic. This is simply two people who are friends. But there were other people who are holding out hope that this possibly could be something romantic, because there's a thought that this could really be good for Britney Spears, because, again, she doesn't really have anyone in her life right now to help guide her along here. And at times she struggles. That's just the reality. So, but people are hopeful that maybe this could blossom into something romantic. She does have that boyfriend, Paul, who is, I think many people agree that maybe not the best influence for her. He's gotten into trouble in the past. They've had some explosive arguments where cops have been called. So we'll see. Maybe it turns into something.
Michael, is this gentleman considered like a stable figure? Is he in the entertainment business? Is he outside the business?
He outside the business, I believe he is considered stable, especially from the people we've talked to who seem to really want Britney to be with him in some sort of relationship. So yeah, it seems like by all factors available that he is a really stable guy and probably be good for her.
Now, did they date after she was with Kevin Federline or before she was with?
That would be after.
After, right? Because 2009.
Right? Because she already had the kid. The boys are older now.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not so much after though. So they started in 2009. I can't remember exactly when K-Fed and Britney were together, but it was so 2009 to 2013, engaged in 2011, and still in all that time since remained cordial with each other. If not, I wouldn't say tight friends, especially how it goes through the years. You lose touch with people, but certainly cordial, no bad blood, and. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Maybe that was the story. It was either on Britney Spears' Instagram feed or her story. She was walking through the spa, and I think it was her brother, and it was that in Vegas. I was like, could you imagine working at that spa, and all of a sudden Britney Spears
walks in? It would be pretty shocking. It must have been because this just happened, and that must have been what it was.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know that. Jason was at the spa with them, but they definitely saw him at Resorts World at least once, possibly even more.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all very interesting because she was married to Jason in Vegas, right? Jason Alexander, not the guy from Seinfeld.
That's been bad. Remember, he showed up at her wedding to for Sam. So that's
and then she had a residency. So is she like trying to slowly creep back into Vegas, or
it seems like it seems like she likes it there. I've heard her talk about it in the past on social media. So it seems like it's a place that she likes, and I don't know if it'd be a good thing or a bad thing for her, but yeah, she seems to enjoy it there, and she certainly travels there fairly often.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, let's move on to Simon Cowell.
Yeah, so this is really interesting. Simon Cowell, and gosh, he put together one of the biggest and most successful ever in One Direction, is looking to put together a new boy band. So this week, in fact, yesterday, these billboards popped up in London, and essentially, I even wrote down exactly what it says. It said, "Simon Cowell needs you, future megastars wanted for a new band," and it says no time wasters. So it's very clear that they are very serious about this, and they are looking for a group. Simon says that typically the music industry, they would rather just focus on solo acts and develop solo stars, so they don't really put any energy and time into a boy band. So that's exactly what he's going to do. I mean, One Direction, obviously, it was not only was it so successful, but then it did launch all of these solo careers. So I think that's a point that he's also making to people, that if you want to be a solo artist, this could be a good way to sort of launch that career. So yeah, we'll see what he puts together here. It'll be tough to top One Direction, but we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, you got to think, like, how does his thought process go? Like, how do I outdo One Direction? Like,
I
that
know,
was my
right.
brainchild.
It seems daunting,
How do I outdo
Maddie.
myself?
It seems daunting to. I mean, how do you? Yeah, they.
I don't. You know what though? I'll be honest with you. It doesn't sound as daunting. I saw an interview with Simon years ago who said his biggest regret was missing out on the Spice Girls. I guess something fell out. Like he almost.
Oh, did he almost have them?
Almost had the Spice Girls, but he said, "Oh, I made up for it with
That's
One
gotta hurt.
Direction." He's like, "I made up for it because he made him $1 billion." Here's what he's got to do, and he found a lot of these people from Britain's Got Talent or whatever, X Factor, whatever it was.
At One Direction from X
Yeah,
Factor.
from X Factor. So I'm just like, all he has to do is find young, good-looking boys that the girls are going to love, and there you go.
There we go.
Right. All right. Maybe not the hardest thing. Well, we'll see. We'll see how successful. Look, we've obviously seen like incredibly famous and successful K-pop bands, over the years, but not so much boy band wise. We've been talking a lot about NSYNC possibly getting together, so maybe there's a resurgence of boy bands here, and Simon Cowell's leading the charge.
We were talking about that too. Like, there really aren't too many groups these
at the
days.
moment.
There's mainly solo artists. I think Haim, Haim, is like the only girl group, and it's their three sisters. Like, that's the only group I can really name.
Yeah.
Right now.
I think because it's. I mean, just thinking here, it's more people to pay. It's more egos to sort of wrangle. Not that I'm some music executive here, but I would think probably it just seems easier to manage one person. So yeah, that's why he says nobody focuses on this, and I'm going to be the one to do it. So
Michael, speaking of boy bands, remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about, speaking of solo careers, we were talking about like J-Lo and Justin Timberlake not having the ticket sale that they thought they were gonna have.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, my brother
J-Lo?
and his family and the extended family all went to see Justin Timberlake this past weekend in Texas.
What'd they think?
They are JT die-hard fans, so of course they were right on the floor. They got great video this close to him, so
cool.
They loved it. They said it was great.
Yeah.
It was fun. So
That's awesome. Were they at the show? Justin stopped one of his shows because there was a fan having a medical
they
emergency?
didn't say anything about that. No, not that.
No. Okay, yeah, but it's interesting. I mean, look, speaking of him, he's definitely obviously back now with the tour. He's making music, so he obviously took a good amount of time off there too. So
Yeah.
Well,
Boy
thanks
band-
so much,
boy band.
Michael. We appreciate your
thanks,
insights.
guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you next week. Thank
See you
for
next
having me.
week. All right, you can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weekdays at 2 p.m.